Yama, good morning. Welcome back for today's session. So, in the last classes, we learned about the tactics information and availability tactics and how we can overcome with any problem with the availability tactics in the last class. Okay. Today, we are going to learn about the new tactics called as the modifiability tactics. So, where we have to discuss about this, whenever architecture is there, has been framed, but depends upon the requirements of the user or by missing of any data in architecture building. Okay, in architecture building, there is a possibility of changes in the midway of your architecture framing. If that is the case, we have to verify the consequences, what we have to face whenever there is a change in the whenever there is a change in the architecture. Okay, so as architecture is not a single term, a single frame, but it is a collection of modules, right? So these modules is going to be interact or communicate or sharing or commanding or controlling. So these are all the possibilities between the modules. If that is the case, if you did any change in one module, we have to think about, is there any possibility of changing, need of changes, or any other module need changes whenever one module has been changed. So we have to think in that perspective, and we have to verify the tactics here. So that is the need of this modifiability. See here, the tactics to control modifiability has their goal controlling the time, because whenever the change, we have to estimate the time and cost to come back to our normal operation after the changes, and along with the implementation, testing and deploy changes. See, so one change is there, automatically we have to take care of all the issues. One is the time, cost, implementation time, testing time, along with the deployment changes, right ma? So that is a very careful and very needful tactic is the modifiability tactics in my perspective, right? So we have a small pictorial representation to represent your modifiability. So see, whenever the change arrives, whenever there is a need of changes, automatically we have to take care of some tactics to control modifiability, so that it may not going to be affect the changes made, tested and deployed within time and budget. So all things we have to be happen within our time limit along with the cost limit. Okay, because whenever product is going to be launching, when we used to be give some deadline for that to give that into the market, we have also set time for that to introduce into the market. So we have to verify all the precautionary things in terms of time, cost, implementation, budget, deployment time, right now. So that is the need of this tactics whenever there is a modification in our architecture. Yeah, goal of modifiability tactics, right? So summary of modifiable tactics, I have given some diagram. The author has been given some diagram. So these are the some of the headings you have to be remember. So in this subject, what you have to think, what we have to do is, instead of learning and going depth into the subject, just make a note of all the headings. That's enough for you. Heading itself says explanation for you, nothing else. You can give any example for that, any product example, any company example, any business example, any market example. There is no limit at all. So what we have to do is, we have to note of all these headings. See here, localized changes. So modifiability have to verify these changes in architecture in terms of three tactics. One is the localized changes, one is the prevention of ripple effect, one is the differ binding time. What are these? Localized changes. Whenever change is happened in our module, we should limit that change to our module only. That change should not affect any other module. If that is the case, it is a localized changes. The changes should be happening in our module only. And the same little bit, the similar one is a prevention of ripple effect. What is the ripple effect, ma? The continuation of this change as a like a chain. See, I have a change, I have a did change in first module. If it is going to be continuing up to the 10th module I have in my architecture. So one is going to be need of change in the 2. The 2, because of 2, the 3 have to be changed. Because of 3, 4 have to be changed. The chain will continue like that. Go on. If that is the case, it is called as a ripple effect. Okay, we have to prevent that. And finally, differ binding time. See, whenever there is a change, as we said previously, we have to take care of everything, compile time, execution time, like our processing. Coming out of that, we need budget time, deployment time. So all this we have to take it. So here also, what is a binding time means that we have to verify the location of the change. We have to do that, and whatever the modules have been affected for that, we have to change that and come back. Okay, if that is the case, it is called as a defer binding time. We have to lessen means reduce the binding time, right ma? So these are the three main tactics in our concept. Okay, so these are the some of the headings I will discuss one by one in few minutes, right? Oh my god, modifiability tactics. The tactics for modifiability are organized in sets according to their goals. What are those? First one, see, reducing the number of modules. How to reduce the number of modules which are directly affecting? With this, we have a tactics called as a localized modification. Means one module should not affect the other. With the theme, we have a localized modification tactics. First thing. Second one. The second one is limiting modifications to the localized modules only. That modification should be in our module only, should not move on to the other modules. If that is the case, the tactics can be called as a prevent the ripple effect. And one more. The third set of tactics has its goal controlling deployment time. Controlling deployment time. So after changing all this, we have to take more time for the deployment also. Okay. If that is the case, it is called as a defer binding time. So we have three types of tactics ma: localized modifications, prevent the ripple effect, and finally defer binding time. Localized modifications. What we have to think here is first, four tactics in this. First one is maintain semantic coherence, anticipate expected changes, generalize the module, and limit possible options. Maintain semantic coherence means the syntax have to be maintained in the same way. See, coherence refers to the relationship among responsibilities in a module. What is the coherence ma? It's a chain, it's a bonding between any modules. Okay. The goal is to ensure that all these responsibilities work together without excessive reliance on other modules. This should not depend on another. Whatever semantics or syntax change we need in our module should be within our module only. Anticipate expected changes. What is the anticipation is prediction. Okay, forecast in advance. We have to be think whenever going to do some modification in some variable or in one methodology. We have to think what can be the affected changes in future. Considering the set of envisioned changes provides a way to evaluate particular assignment of responsibilities. Okay, in reality, this tactic is difficult to use by itself since it is not possible to anticipate all changes. Yeah. So, can you able to verify all the possibility changes in advance? Maybe, may not be. We can't assure. Third one, generalize the module. Generalize the module means a common thing have to be used by all other modules. Okay, it should not affect the others. A module more generalized allows it to compute a broader range of functions based on input. Means even though there is a change, it is going to be accepting by more modules. If that is the case, it is called as a generalized module. And limit possible options. Possible options means, see, whenever there is a possibility of changes, if you are going to be reduce the possible changes, then automatically we can save in time. Same. Restricting the possible options will reduce effect of these modifications. We have to reduce. Right ma? So that is about the first one, that is called as the localized changes. The second one is to prevent the ripple effect. As I said previously, whenever one module has been changed, if it is going to be affecting the other modules also continuously in a chain form, it is called as a ripple effect. See, a ripple effect from a modification is a necessity of making changes to the modules not directly affected by it, but it is going to be indirectly. Okay. For instance, if module A is changed to accomplish a particular modification, then module B is changed only because of the change to the module A. Okay. Whenever there is a change in the module A, B is also affecting, because B have to call A to fulfill its requirement. The B module have to call A to fulfill its requirement, then it is called as a ripple effect. So B has to be modified because it depends on, in some sense, on A. So for that we have a lot of dependencies, not a single dependencies. We have 8 categories of dependencies in this. See, we will see. First one is syntax, semantics, sequence, interface, location, quality of service, existence, resource behavior. In all these 8, only one theme is the author has been given one example, A and B. A and B. Whenever there is a change of syntax of A, the B have to be changed its syntax. Whenever the modification of A, semantics, in terms of semantics, the B semantics have to be changed. The same with the sequence also. Okay, so A and B. See, I will show one thing. Syntax of A, data. For B to compile or correctly, the type of the data that is produced by A, because the whatever syntax has been given by A to B, okay, and consumed by B, taken by B, must be consistent with the type of data assumed by B. So whatever data in some syntax sent by A module is going to be received by B module, that should be compatible or consistent with the B also. Mean the B also should contain the same syntax. If it is not the case, where I have to change? We can change either A or B. It depends upon your requirement. Based upon your input you want to take and to process, either A have to change or B have to be changed. So we have to anticipate in advance that types only. So like this syntax will be there, and the service means same service means where we have to use this, that is the service here. For B to compile and execute correctly, the signature of services provided by A and invoked by B must be consistent with the assumptions of B. The same A and B have to get the same set of mind, should not deviate. Okay. The same with the semantics, same topic, same concept. See, for B to execute correctly, the semantics of A produced by A and considered by B must be consistent with the assumptions of B. Same to same. The word we have to change here is the semantics. That syntax is same, semantics same. Sequence, whatever sequence they are going to be followed by A, that should be followed by B also. For B to execute correctly, it must be receive the data produced by A in a fixed sequence. Okay. For example, data packet's header must precede its body. See, whatever used by A have to used by B. That's it. Okay. So that it is not going to be ripple effect. Okay. Right. For B to execute correctly, A must have executed previously within certain timing constraints. Whenever A have some timing constraints, after that the B have to be executed. For example, A must have executed no longer than 5 minutes, 5 microseconds before B executes. Right, ma? So identification of interface, the interfacing between A and B should be same. I am skipping this topic, ma, because the same location of A, whenever the data has been used by A in some location and it is forwarding the address of that data to the B have to be use the same location to get the data and to use the data in their concept. If that is the case, it is called as a location of A. For B to execute correctly, the runtime location of A must be consistent with the assumptions of B. For example, B may assume that A is located in a different process on the same processor. There is a problem. Right? Quality of service, that is the good data provided by A, same concept. Existence of A, whether there is existence is there or not. If A is not existed but B is depends upon A, then what about B? B is not able to do its work, then it is existence of A. And finally, resource behavior of A. Resource behavior means the resources which are going to be used by A and it's their behavior. Okay, should be same with the B also. For B to execute correctly, the resource behavior of A must be consistent with the B assumption. Like this can be the resource usage of A or resource ownership. Right, ma? Right. So in order to prevent this ripple effect, we have some 4 methods here. Okay. Hide information, maintain existing interfaces, restrict communication paths, and use an intermediary. So how many we have? 4. One is hide information, maintain existing interfaces, restrict communication paths, and use an intermediary. So these are the 4 methods, ma. See one by one. Hide information. What is the hide information? See, whatever the changes we are going to made in module for small pieces, they should not be used by those pieces by the B. Okay, means your data should be private. The data which need changes in your concept, that should not be shared by any other. So make your data private in your module or class, so that one may not able to expecting that data from you and they are not waiting for your concept, right now. Information hiding is a decomposition of responsibilities for an entity into smaller pieces and choosing which information to make private and which to make public. The goal is to isolate changes within one module and prevent changes from propagating to others. That's same thing. Maintaining existing interfaces means you should not change your interfaces. Okay, if there is a changes in interfaces and B is depends upon A, automatically the B have to change, the B have to wait for the A. It is difficult to mask dependencies on quality of data or quality of service, resource usage or resource ownership. Okay, so that interface stability can also be achieved by separating the interface from the implementation, right. This allows the creation of abstract interfaces that mask variations. Restrict communication. Please don't do any architecture which depending more on another concept. Reduce the dependencies so that one may not affect by another. Use an intermediary. See, if you are not able to provide a good communication paths or interfaces to make communication between A and B in a healthy manner, what we can do, take a third party between A and B, so that the third party will take care of this interfaces conversion, compatibility issues or any portability issues. No need to be affected by either A or B. That can be helpful. But the main drawback with this intermediary is you have to implement a new product or new module, and we have to take care of all the issues which is happening in all the modules, because the intermediary will take care of all the issues between A and B. Okay, if you have 10 modules, if some Z is an intermediary between these 10 modules, it have to verify all the 10 modules, right. Okay, if B has any type of dependency on A other than semantic, it is possible to insert an intermediary between B and A that manages activities associated with the dependencies, right ma. So this is the second one. What is the tactics ma? Which tactics? We have 3 types of tactics. The first one is the localized changes. Next one is the ripple effect. We have 8 types of dependencies: syntax, semantics, interfaces, blah blah blah. For that we have 4 methods to overcome for the dependencies, right. What are those? See this first: hide information, maintain existing interfaces. Next one, restrict communication paths, and finally use an intermediate, right now. Third one, defer binding time. We have to reduce the binding time, that is execution time after location of the changes in the memory by the processor. Okay, many tactics are intended to have impact at load time or run time. Very important ma. Very important, because a lot of time is going to be wasting in searching the location of your data. Okay, such as the following. What are those? We have 5 methods ma. No, 4 methods we have. Runtime registration supports plug and play. So at the time of execution only it is going to verify. Publish or subscribe registration, for example, can be implemented at either runtime or load time. At that time only we are going to be binding before wasting our time. Next one is the configuration. Files are intended to set parameters at startup. Okay, the configuration files have to be set perfectly to verify the locations and their bindings. Third, polymorphism, copying of the same data in multiple ways, so that the time is not going to be wasted. If one is if you got any problem in one thing, the other may be available for you, right. Allows late binding of method calls, and component replacement allows load time binding. Just replace any other component with that. Okay ma. So this is so we have 5. Sorry, I forgot. Add-ons to define protocols. Actually we have 4 only in textbook, but I found some material for SWA material, so I used to refer that only along with the textbook parallelly. See, in that I found some new thing, 5th one I have, so I inserted that one at the end, so I forgot about that. So adherence to define protocols allows runtime binding of independent process. Means defined protocols means the separation of protocols depends upon the application we need. At the time of binding process only we have to identify them. Okay, so that instead of searching for more time and fixing in advance, so that if there is any change, if that is not available, whatever fixed in advance, we can change, we can easily inculcate with the present when go on with this. Okay ma, right. So these are the topics we have in modifiability tactics ma, right. So these are the main things we have to be remember for modifiability tactics. So in the next class I will discuss about either performance tactics or security tactics. Okay ma. So till then, have a nice day. Bye.